One challenge in the fashion industry is actually creating and maintaining all the data related to a particular product. When we talk about data maintenance, we can be talking about wash and care and handling instructions, measurements of our sample and how the grading relates to all of our other sizes, and bill of material components and how those relate to the different sizes. So first of all, let's take a look. I've pulled up a particular style. This is our style number 10,031, a hoodie print. And right off the item record, I can specify certain product information that I want to track. All these fields in here are completely customizable by installation. So I'm saying this is a print. I've got some wash and care instructions about what temperature to wash it at, along with visual representations or pictures that can be printed out on the tech pack or the labels. Any kind of test results, if I'm tracking that, in this case tearing, which I find out it's about average on this particular item. And then any kind of handling instructions, like in this case we put some folding instructions. So that's one aspect of the data. But then when we also get into things like measurements, when I'm creating the sample for this particular item, I do want to specify what size my sample is. And in this case, we're also specifying what color. Once I've done that, I can actually grab a template position or a position template and actually say, oh, well, I have a position template for most tops that if I take a look at this, this is where I've set it up in the background that said, when we're dealing with the top, these are the things that we generally measure. Chest size, sleeve length, shoulder to shoulder, things like that. I can also even specify a grading template that says as it moves between the different sizes, what is my measurement difference? So when I put all that together, I'm actually working on my sample. I can see from the bold numbers, this is my sample size that I'm working from. And then when I apply the grading template, once I've filled in my standard measurements for my sample, it puts in through the grading template what the measurements should be for all the other sizes. So you can see as the size goes down, the measurements go down, size goes up, the measurement goes up. Once again, a way that Pebblestone Fashion is helping you create all of this stuff going forward. Not only can we maintain measurement information, but we also have material that we're using. So when we bring up our assembly bill of material, once again, I'm going to have my standard size, in this case medium, that I'm going to specify I'm using one, say, yard or square yard of material, and I'm also using one label to construct this hoodie. Now, every time I go between sizes, I still only need one label. The size of the label is not going to change, but of course the material is going to change. As I go down, I can specify that I'm using 4% less material as each size gradient goes down, or increases in 4% as the size goes up. So once again, I've done this from the medium size. If I click on the matrix here, it will actually show me my bill of material for each varying size. Once again, here's my medium starting point where I said one label, 1 square yard of material. Now as the size goes up and down, the label doesn't change, but the material does. And all of this was dropped in behind the scenes because I specified what the default size is and then just gave measurements for the default size. Now once all of this is put together for an item, we can run a report, which I ran it in the background, for a tech pack that we can use internally or distribute to our vendors that has all of this information related to the item, has a picture on it if we've also attached pictures. Here's my wash and care instructions as the visual. As I go down to the next page, I've got my bill of material and consumption. Oops, pass that a little quick. My bill of material consumption, so you see all the labels and all the material variances. And then down at the bottom, I have my picture related to measurements and the different measurements with my default size. the measurements for each increase or decrease in size, and what my tolerance is. So once again, this is something that rather than manually creating all this data every time I create a new product, I can leverage templates and functionality within the Pebbles Fashion software system to actually help me produce and maintain this and keep it all in one system so that I can produce it at any given moment. Thanks again for your time. I look forward to talking to you in the next session.